Minecraft Story Mode has been one of the most popular Telltale games since it came out. Or, in my opinion, my favorite Telltale game, or I haven't really played any other Telltale games, but still. So yeah, this game basically takes place in the world of Minecraft, and I don't really play Minecraft that much anymore, but still I really love the game. But yeah, but yeah, like, but yeah, I actually like this better than normal Minecraft in my opinion. That's just my opinion though. You guys probably have different opinions, but yeah. Today I'm going to be counting down the top 8 episodes. So yeah, and keep in mind that this is only my opinion and is not and should not be taken as like fact or anything like that. But yeah, and I may redo this video after Season 2's fully out, but we'll see. So yeah, here's the top episodes. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, episode 2, okay guys, so I'm sorry if episode 2 is your favorite at all, but I am going to have to put it at the bottom of my list, and yeah, like, I still really like this episode. It's just my least favorite, in my own opinion. So yeah, basically, in this episode, Jesse and Olivia or Axel, go, so yeah, like, either Jesse, Olivia, or Jesse and Axel, so yeah, you have a choice to either go get Ellegaard with Olivia, or go get Magnus with Axel. I think I chose Magnus in my gameplay series, I'm not sure. It's been forever since I've played this game. I've actually replayed episode 1 today, or well, part of it. I'm gonna have to do it again tomorrow, I think. But yeah, I am gonna do it tomorrow again, I think. But yeah, the reason why this is at the bottom of the list is because, I don't know, I feel like this episode's just too short. I feel like they rushed everything in. Or, well, like, but yeah, I mean, this was a pretty good episode, but wasn't really much Witherstorm action or anything like that. Like, all it pretty much did was just set it up. All it pretty much did was set it up for newer episodes, pretty much. For, like, episode 3 anyway, continued. So yeah, like, the third episode pretty much was was the better version of episode 2. Like, I really liked episode 3, but yeah, basically, pretty much, episode 2 is pretty good. I mean, but they just made it a bit quick, so yeah, on to the next one. Alright, guys, so, episode number 6 takes the next spot on the list, which, I mean, like, episode 6 was actually really good. I mean, well, technically this episode was a filler episode pretty much. Pretty much this episode was a bit of a filler episode, but that's okay, because this episode was actually pretty good. Yeah, basically, they put a lot of YouTubers in it, which I like. That's actually pretty cool, and a few of the YouTubers are actually returning in Season 2, so yeah, episodes, so yeah, I really like this episode. The only thing I don't really like about it is that they're stuck in a mansion throughout this whole episode, except for the beginning and end, but yeah, like, this episode does kind of remind me of the game/movie Clue, or reminds me of Murder Mystery from Minecraft, or Roblox, or Garry's Mod, or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, and can this episode basically, they're lost in the portal network, and they're the first episode of them being lost in the portal network, apart from episode 5, which they didn't really know about the portal network then. So yeah, basically, they go through the skeleton portal, and yeah, so the White Pumpkin, is pretty much a murderer. He's actually killed the majority of the YouTubers throughout the episode, and only 3 survived at the end. And or 4 if you consider the White Pumpkin herself, which, spoiler alert, is Cassie Rose. Oh no, but yeah, another thing I don't really like about this episode is that Cassie is the only one without a actual YouTube channel, which kind of makes it kind of obvious that she's a White Pumpkin, in my opinion, throughout this whole game. But yeah, kind of makes it a little bit obvious. So yeah, that's one reason why this is mainly at the bottom. Like, yeah, so, other than that, this episode was actually pretty good. Other than those few things, I mean, they could have done better by, putting a few more, like, fake YouTubers like Cassie. I mean, I know there was Torque Dog, but he died early on. But yeah, other than those things, though, I really like this episode, and I hope to see more YouTubers in the future, and which we are seeing more YouTubers in the future. So stay tuned, everybody. Okay, so this episode is pretty good, but yeah, still at the still like only better than 2 episodes in my opinion. Basically, in this episode, it starts off the whole thing, and I'd say this was actually a really good introduction. But yeah, I mean, like, I like it how like all the characters meet up and stuff. Like, that's actually a pretty good thing. And yeah, I like it how the whole group was together. But yeah, like, but yeah, I do feel, but yeah, so yeah, overall, this episode is really good. So basically in this episode, at the beginning, they're at EnderCon, and they build an Enderman, or Creeper, or Zombie, whatever you choose. And yeah, so then and then Aiden catches Ruben on fire. Aiden's the, Ocelot, one of the Ocelots, by the way. It's the main mean Ocelot, or later becomes the Blaze Rods, apart from Lucas. But, but yeah, Lucas is, so, is still good, by the way. But yeah, pretty much, like, they discover a command block and stuff. Like, they go to Ivor, then he scams Petra out of a diamond, and then they go, and then he actually builds the Wither Storm, and yeah, and then basically the rest is just them trying to figure out a way to defeat it, and then at the end they reach the Order's Temple, and sets it up for the second episode. So yeah, basically this episode was really, really good, and The only bad thing I have to say about this is that more episodes are better. Alright, you guys, so episode 7 takes the, next spot in this list. And, yeah, basically, this episode is actually pretty good, but, yeah, there are a few more things it could have done better. So, yeah, for one, I kind of think they should have, put Olivia and Axel more in this. I don't know, like, they weren't in this one at all, nor were they in the sixth one at all. But yeah, this episode actually is pretty good. Trying to find their way home, and Palma, the robot computer, tries to make the whole team useful. So yeah, so yeah, basically, Petra and Lucas are the only one, got hypnotized by Palma, and I'd say that was actually pretty good. I mean, I actually pretty much did like that. So yeah, but although, the only thing I didn't like is that they were evil for the majority of the episode. I mean, well, I liked that. I mean, that was actually, I don't know, actually pretty cool, but they weren't really featured in that episode, and yeah. But yeah, other than that, I really like this episode, and I hope to see more Palma in the future, or more Harper. But yeah, let's on to the next one. Alright, to you guys. Now we're up to the best 4. So yeah, the 8 is one of the best episodes so far. But yeah, this episode was actually really, really good. And yeah, basically in this episode, they put in a lot of mini games, such as the walls, Death Run, the walls, Death Run. I'm pretty sure they're. Oh yeah, and Spleef. But yeah, and like, and the old builders such as Hadrian and Mevia, and Cassie if she was here, but no, she decided to run off for some weird reason. So yeah, um, oh yeah. So yeah, I really hope. So yeah, this episode was really good. Like, the old builders, like, basically, they had to win to get out, and if their whole team lost, they'd be taken to the mines, forced to, mine courts. It's kind of like slavery, basically. This is pretty much like Minecraft slavery, basically. yeah, so yeah, and then in the end, they make a bunch of new friends, and then they defeat Hadrian, and they all get free. So yeah, basically, the only bad thing I have to say about this episode is that they wrapped up the ending too quickly. So yeah, basically, they get home, they're in the treasure room, and they, and then, and then, basically, what happens here is they show off all their treasure to Axel and Olivia, and then Ivor runs off shouting out adventure, and speaking of which, we may not see him in Season 2, unfortunately. But yeah, this is a, but yeah, other than that, I'd say this episode was pretty good. I mean, yeah, like, we never got to see, like, the town improvements and stuff, but we'll see that in Season 2. But, yeah, overall, this episode's really good, and I hope to see more games in the future. Alrighty. This is the end episode. So yeah, basic episode 3, the last place you look takes the next spot on this list. So takes the next spot on this list because I really like this episode, and yeah, so basically, the guys are trying to hunt down Soren and get the Formidabomb, which unfortunately fails at the end, but, and yeah, this episode was really good, and yeah, definitely, was like a really good action, like, was actually the first really good action, episode. So yeah, the first 2 episodes were like, I don't know, like, were a bit slow, but this episode actually changed it all. So yeah, and yeah, and then episode 4 was really good, like episode 3 and stuff. So yeah, so yeah, basically they hunt down Soren, and then when they get him, yeah, he's actually a pretty epic character. But yeah, simply, this episode is really good, and I hope to see more in the future. But yeah, so yeah, they actually use the Formidabomb at the end and explode, and the only bad thing about this episode is that the first death happens. Either Magnus or Ellegaard dies, depending on whose armor you choose. So yeah, I really hope to see more, I really hope to see more Order of the Stone in Season 2, and yeah, on to the next one. Alright, you guys, so yeah, order up, everyone. Episode 5, takes the number 2 spot on the list. And yeah, so yeah, basically in this episode begins the, second half of Season 1, which is where they, with the Portal Network and everything. So yeah, basically, Jesse, Petra, Axel, Olivia go to this temple out in the woods, out in the jungle, and find an enchanted flint and steel. So yeah, and then they like go treasure hunting. They go through lots of traps and stuff, and then Jesse finds a flint and steel in his chest. So yeah, so basically, So basically, then after that, Ivor, they meet up with the Blaze Rods, and then Ivor tells them to go back to the temple and light the secret portal. And then, immediately after, Aiden follows them and takes the flint and steel, and then they end up on Sky City. And then they have a few problems with the founder and stuff. But yeah, after that, they get kicked off the island together, and then they rise back up, and then the final battle with Aiden starts. And yeah, and then the Blaze Rods. So yeah, and then pretty much they go off. Then they go off. They fall off into the ground, and then they just live there for the rest of their lives, I guess. I'm not sure what the heck they're doing after, but yeah. And then they go back to the Portal Network. So yeah, basically, this episode was awesome. So yeah, like, I literally have nothing bad to say about it, except for the fact that, like, the changes, like, I didn't really like the changes at first, but as the rest of the episodes came out, I grown to get used to them. And yeah, so basically, this episode takes the number 2 spot because it was a really good introduction, besides the part that Axel and Olivia were hardly in this, and the Order, and none of the original Order was in it apart from Ivor, of course, but yeah, like the original 4, I meant. Bullshit. Yeah, basically this episode is really awesome, and I'd recommend this episode to you, definitely. Okay, and the final episode, the best episode in my opinion, is episode 4, A Block in a Hard Place. So yeah, in this episode, basically, Soren returns. So basically, after the Wither Storm rebuilding itself into 3 Wither Storms, Ivor Ivor shows them a enchantment book, which they have to journey on to the far lands and get it. And yeah, so yeah, basically they have to go through a maze. They have to go through a maze, a lots more stuff. They have to go through a maze, they have to build a redstone thing. And Gabriel and Petra both have wither sickness. One has wither sickness and the other has amnesia. And depending on who you saved in the first episode. And and the sword actually can destroy the command block, so then Jesse comes back and then the final battle begins. Like, the final battle was a really awesome way to end the original story. So yeah, basically, and then Jesse eventually gets in and destroys the command block, and then, yeah, then the ending, pretty much. And, yeah, this episode was a really awesome episode. Like, it's probably the longest and best. So, yeah, the only thing I don't like about it, though, is that the fact that Ruben dies. I mean, like, he was actually a really funny pig, and he was a great pig to be around, pretty much. And yeah, yeah, in episode 4, he actually sacrifices himself to get Jesse the sword and save the world. And yeah, he is and will forever be missed. And yeah, yeah, basically, I really think he could have stayed alive, to be honest. But yeah, so yeah, basically, other than that, though, episode 4 was an amazing episode, and I hope season 2 is something like this episode, because this episode was amazing. Alright to you guys, so that's it for this video. That was my top 8 episodes. I hope I may do this again with the season 2 episodes to see, like, but yeah. Yeah, this is probably it for Minecraft Story Mode on my channel until I know this while I was recording, but yeah, it's actually going to be released on July 11th. Like, and also the thing on Jesse's fist is actually something like a treasure hunt goes wrong and his fist gets trapped in there. Yeah, like, like, the treasure hunt goes wrong, and yeah, I don't know if, like, they remove something, and then, I don't know if they remove something, and then it, gets, and it brings that giant thing back to life, but I don't know, but yeah, this is probably it for Minecraft Story Mode on my channel for, just until, episode 1 of season 2 comes out, which, speaking of which, my gameplay actually might not be up until August, because, I'm actually gonna be away for all of July. I'm not gonna be home, and I actually deleted Minecraft Story Mode from my iPad, and I bought it on Steam instead. So yeah, expect better quality gameplays for season 2. So yeah, and a little update, the gameplay is probably going to be a month late because I'm going to be away for all of July, and expect a bunch of vlogs while I'm there. So yeah, I'm going to be away for 4 weeks this summer. So yeah, maybe episode 2 will be out by, maybe season 2, episode 2 will be out by then as well, and I'll get to play both. Probably not, but still. But yeah. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video here, and yeah, I hope you guys are hyped for season 2, and hyped for my gameplay on it, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, and want to see more videos like this, please leave a like, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!